going on, people? You know what I'm saying? Dropping a video right now talking about life insurance. You know, just got back to the warehouse, finna go drop my truck off. Easy day, man. You know, clocked in around about 9. Didn't get to my first stop to about 10:40 or so. Got me some breakfast. But pretty much I'm done already. 2:30 would have been done a little earlier, but you know, stopped off at one of my old jobs, talked to them, messing around with them. They trying to get me to come and make some money on the weekend. I was like, dude, I already got weekend paper. Like, hey, my schedule is full, man. To be honest, man, I hustle. Like, I really do hustle. But pretty much, want to come and talk to you guys about life insurance and just letting you know, if you got kids and you don't have no life insurance, man, you pretty much setting your kids up to fail. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth is the key. And, you're not going to see that money. But if you're a parent, your whole thing is you want your kids to do better than you. Who wants their kids to grow up struggling? Do you? Who wants their kids to grow up with, being better than what you had? That's in most situations. I know people want that. Nobody wants their kids to struggle. I mean, as far as a real man and woman, they want to see their kids do better than them. They're looking at the future and seeing how, their grandkids are going to be taken care of due to the stuff that they actually have, like, processes and things that are, you put into place for your grandkids to, in the future can do well in. So basically, like I tell people, life insurance, man, key thing. Look into it. It's better to get it when you're younger, light on the pocket. But if you get it when you're older, it don't matter. Just getting some is the purpose. If you have one kid, you have 10 kids, you have 5 kids, man, life insurance is more a generational wealth thing. I was listening to a podcast one day, and the lady, she was saying that pretty much a guy, the family, the younger generational kids, they actually got a policy for their grandma, and they put in it's $1,200 a month. So it was 12 kids, put in $1,200 a month, whether it been the kids, the adults, or whatever, but they put in $1,200 a month on $1 million policy. Now, that $1 million policy paid out when that grandparent died. They split that money, 12 ways. And in the end, everybody got at least over 80, close to, I want to say about 60, about close around $60,000 to $70,000. That's pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? And so in the end, man, looking at life insurance, man, it's a generational thing, man. A lot of people take that money and squander it. Whatever they do with it, you did your part. So if you have kids that when you leave them $100,000 and all they do is pretty much go buy them a Bentley or something, don't buy no house, don't buy other things to be financially stable, that's on them. I mean, in one instance, it shows that you didn't do your job as a parent to train them. And in another instance, just show that they pretty much is foolish. And, they're going to get what's coming to them. Because if you spend that type of money, I was looking at an article of a basketball wife. She got like $5 million in some type of divorce settlement or something like that. And they were saying that pretty much she was struggling and stuff. $5 million and you can't sustain a life, get a basic, go get you $100,000 house, pay it off. Go get you a 2020 Toyota Corolla, 2020 Camry or something like that. It's about, upwards of $50,000 for a fully loaded one. Hell, not probably even that, but you can get upwards of that. Even get your used Mercedes or a brand new Mercedes for about $60,000. And you just got to worry about the maintenance if you want to live that life. And, invest in a business or invest in something to where you can start getting money. Because, you can live off the interest. If you know how to, do the money, you can actually live off the interest of that money. No, not even touch the actual initial principal investment that you have put in there. Just live off the interest. But like I said, man, coming to you about this life insurance. Three keys of life insurance. They have term life, whole life, and universal life. A lot of people go for the term. It's cheaper. 20 year, 30 years, somewhere around in there, 15. But if you know you're not going to live that long, you have some type of illness, and it pays out pretty decent, cheap, that's a good choice to go around with. You're young, you think you're going to be living a while, you might get a whole life. Whole life, term life, the whole term, not term, but the, term of the life, mostly around 40 to 50, depending on how old you are. If you're in your 30s, lifespan normally runs about that, depending on how good you take care of yourself, stuff like that. 40 years, and me being around my 30s, so living to be almost 80 is gonna be pretty damn good for me. And you have another one called universal life. And with the universal life, man, it's just like a whole life, but it actually, pays out better. A lot of the elite people have that because it's more of a safety net. They actually invest into it through the market, and you get that money from the market and your initial life insurance, whatever it be. Mine is set at 100,000. So once I reach that, over that 100,000, I guess, mark, that's when it goes up. But pretty much my yearly investment, I'm looking at, by the time I get around 80 or so, I'm looking at $3 million as it stands right now. With the initial course that of investing and, at the standard of where the market is. That's my initial payout is $3 million. But, I invest more, pick things that's pretty much decent in that market, probably be more basic about my money that I've actually put into it. It's going to pay me out even more. So, all these people that say that life insurance, you're never going to see the money and you're not going to be able to spend that money, that is not true with most of them. Because life insurance policy, the whole life and the universal, you can actually take loans out. So you're paying yourself back. You're your own banker, in-house banking. So let's say you want to get to be 75, you don't have a 401k. You didn't have a pension. You just had a basic job and you're just waiting on Social Security to give you your money. Social Security is only going to give you a certain amount of money. And don't try to retire early because it's going to take you a minute to get that money. You're going to have to be denied till you get a lawyer that deals especially in it to, retire Social Security early. And they're going to have to get their fee plus whatever you're going to get from the first time you apply. They got to back pay you. Very hard to do. Now, with this life insurance policy, I can go in there, pull money out, and just keep paying into it. Once I get my Social Security, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Pays for itself. I got actually 2 policies I can do that with. And I'm working on a 3rd. When it comes down to it, if my kids screw this money up, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? If, I die and they are very successful and my grandkids are very successful, because my policy is always going to be arranged to where I'm not just going to have my kids. I'm going to have my grandkids on it. I don't believe in that, leave all the money to one person and wishing that they do the right thing. No, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not leaving the hope on a wish to where if I trust somebody enough, my wife, I love her, I trust her. But like I told her, when it comes down to it, I'm not saying that you won't give them any money, but why should they have to ask you? If I leave them their money, leave you your money, you're going to be working, you're going to be good with the money that I give you. And with you working, you shouldn't have to want. The house will be paid for, all your cars going to be paid for damn near. Depending on anytime, right, I can just die right now. They gonna be good. The money I have right now, my term life, I can actually give one of my policies I give the 2 policies to my wife the whole life. My term life is worth more than my 2 whole lives. And with that term life, I have it split to where my kids get half and half of that. The twins. Now my 2 older kids, they're going to get one of the whole lives. I'm going to split that to where they can get. Then my wife, she's going to have 1 policy by herself. And when I get that 4th policy, that's going to be shared amongst a lot of people. Because, like I said, I'm not greedy. I might even have a friend or 2 on that policy. And, the craziest part is, it's going to be a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm not going to be selfish with it. And then the policy, I'm going to have it set upon my will to where, let's say somebody dies before me or after me or so, whatever the case may be. If I'm not keeping up my will, not keeping up with these policies with the people names on there. That's when my will is going to always be updated every year. Or so if I have a situation where I have to update it at that moment to where, say one of my friends died that's on the policy, the money just go directly to somebody else. I have it set in the will that is going to go to people. So, I'm not going to spend too long on this. Just I'm going to elaborate on it more. But, the biggest thing is, man, getting yourself together, man, and getting an understanding of, the process of living. Not only just making money and driving, how you going to live for the future? How you going to take care of your kids? How you going to take care of your family? All these guys that don't have kids, hell, leave the money to a nephew, niece. There's some kid that you might inspire or that you putting time into that can benefit from this. The cost of it is damn near less than a pair of shoes each month. So come on, man. Let's make it work.